Welcome to this amalgamation of all sorts of things. Stick around because it's fun. Hello everyone, my name is Hilda and welcome back to my channel. So this is the last week of June and I've combined a couple of things. This is a knitting vlog, a travel vlog, and everything I've knit this month, which is something I'm going to start with. Now, my first two items are a little bit worse for wear because they're cat toys I made, and they've had them for like a week. And this one, since the very beginning of the month, it's a knitted pumpkin. I used an orange wool from Suster and Grene and then a leftover little bit of brown wool that I had lying around, and yeah, it's knitted around in rib stitch for the most part, except for the stem. That's just garter stitch. But as you can see, they've been playing with it quite a bit. They really like it. They love toys like that, and it's stuffed with not with like actual like polyfill stuffing you use for amigurumi and pillows and stuff. No, I use fabric scraps and leftover yarn bits, like the longer one. So nothing goes to waste. Or just like old cat toys they don't like, the crinkly ones that come in like boxes of catnip. Stuff like that. I fill it up with that, but this is mostly fabric and also a bit of dried catnip. And then this guy is stuffed with, I think it was like an old handkerchief that was full of holes, but also some catnip. It's a budgie. I will link the pattern down below. And as you can see, it doesn't have like animal eyes. It just has like little embroidered eyes. Not that you can see much about it anymore because little bits have been plucked out from playing with it with sharp claws. But yeah, so this is also a cat toy. I sometimes knit them like properly as well, but I hadn't done one, and Joop was like, I would like a budgie too, and then I knit him one as well, and he's very happy with it. And yeah, so I didn't really knit a lot for the rest of the month because if you've been following along my knitting vlogs, you know I've been knitting this giant shawl, the Garter Abyss, and I'm on the last skein now, so there is that. But it does mean I've not really finished a lot of other projects. I did, however, finish this capelet at the beginning of the month. It's a brown one. I will insert pictures because it is like about 30 degrees outside. It's boiling hot and I have my studio light on coming from that direction. So it is officially too warm to wear this. But I will show you this like this. The color is knit with Wild Atlantic Yarns Donegal in hot chocolate with the natural nebs. I'm not sure how well those show up, but I will try. And the body is knit with Zauberbal, you know, the Schoppel Zauberbal Crazy in late autumn. I still think this should be the Schokoladenseite and the Schokoladenseite should be late autumn, but I digress. So yeah, in late autumn, held together with a strand of, well, I alternated between the two darkest shades of wool of the brown. So yeah, so it gives like this fun gradient color. I quite like it. I've been wearing that a lot. That will need to go in the wash soon. I also knitted another bracelet because when I ordered the yarn for my next item, I got a free mini skein, and this is Lydia Dietz, the Sokkenwolle by Nutedern. And I've got all the rest left, but I just thought it would be fun to have like this little knitted bracelet. So I made myself one. So yeah, that is that. And I just like these, so I made another one because the yarn is just so lovely. Thank you again, Nina. That was super thoughtful. And this is a shorter capelet. This is my rainbow capelet. You may have seen me knit on that in like another video. But yeah, it's finished now. It's a lot shorter than a regular capelet, but actually it still looks really good. And as I have mentioned in other videos, our Pride celebrations are either in May, that is Brussels one, and then in August, you have both Antwerp Pride and Liège Pride. Liège Pride is like the first edition. So it might be like either just a bit chilly and autumnal or tropical heat. So this being shorter will obviously and absolutely be to my advantage. And yes, I did run out because I knitted in garter stitch rather than stockinette, but I just felt like the colors just came out way nicer in garter than they did in stockinette. And then the color is made out of Langyarn's Poseidon. And yeah, I did knit it, held two strands together. Words, I'm just too boiled to speak. But yeah, so this is the Gay AF by Nutedern and held together with the second darkest brown in Jawohl and ending up in the darkest brown of Jawohl. So it fades and it becomes darker towards the bottom. Like it's like dark, well, darker. And you probably couldn't even see it because I wasn't holding it properly. And I still need to get pictures with this. I hope. No, there's probably no hope in hell. I was going to say I hope I could do that today, but then I just realized how hot it is. And I was like, no. So I cannot include pictures of this. But well, not of me wearing it, but I will include pictures of this on my dress form. Pictures of me actually wearing this will undoubtedly show up at my Insta, which is Steam and Kittens. Give me a follow if you like it. So yeah, eventually when it's a little bit less warm and it's actually the kind of weather that doesn't boil you instantly if you go anywhere near proper knitwear. And this is like wool, so I shall die if I attempt wearing this. And yeah, this was everything I actually finished knitting this month. So let's now continue with the knitting vlog, which also contains the travel vlog. Editing Hilde here. I finished one more project. It's June 30th, so very last day. So stay tuned till the end to see it. It's Monday, and as you can see from my attire, I'm wearing my Warhol print dress from Uniqlo from last year. It's actually very warm today. Finally, we have summer. I predict that will last till the end of the week at best. But yeah, I digress. You're here for the knitting. I have, as you saw in the intro, rolled a new skein for my Garter Abyss. I'm very proud of myself that I managed to get through the last skein since like, I think in about like 2 proper days of knitting, considering all the time I was knitting. So yeah, there's that. I'm very frazzled because I woke up at 5 because Salem was peeing on bed next to me in the bed. And I was like, what the hell? So we had to strip the entire bed, start washing stuff so it's clean ASAP. And he does this frequently. He's a very strange and very, very naughty kitty. But yeah, so hopefully he won't pee on anybody or the bed because he does it when we're not in it too. Again, the coming night. But yeah, I'm just gonna knit some more Garter Abyss and maybe my little Gaplet, and I'll insert more random vloggy clips and stuff, and I will see you in the next update. Wednesday and Thursday, we went to Ypres. I'm not sure how you pronounce it in English. Ypres, I think, which is one of the towns that is very... it's very about the remembrance of World War One, because a lot of the battles were around that area in the Westhoek, like the western corner of Flanders. Not just Ypres, but a lot of the surrounding towns as well have a lot of graveyards, a lot of soldier cemeteries. There's a lot of memorials. So the footage for these 2 days will be a lot about that, and some voiceover, because otherwise it's just a bit bland, isn't it? We're starting this voiceover at In Flanders Field, and I liked the displays with all the military uniforms the best, because I'm just a really big fashion and costume history geek. And I have no excuse. I would actually like a pair of jogburs, I think they're pronounced, like those pants. I call them Rocketeer pants. This was a candy shop, and if you see a black cat, that's Minneke Poes. I also was very into the stationery store, but did not go in, out of self-preservation. And here is, of course, a mandatory room tour. We stayed at the Ariane Hotel, which was really, really nice in itself, but I wasn't super hype about the food. I felt like food in Ypres was just like, it was okay. I didn't have a bad meal, but I also did not have an outstanding meal. Also, that bed was so small. We're used to like a really, really big bed, so that one was just too small for the both of us. And it was also kind of hard to keep the temperature in the room nice and cool. It did have a fridge for, so we could put in our drinks and keep those cool. That was great. It did have a really good air conditioning, so there is that, but we don't like to sleep with the airco on, and it got hot so quickly. To the hotel's defense, it was 30 plus degrees outside, so that's going into heat wave territory if it would have been like enough days consecutively, which it wasn't. But it was very, very, very warm, so yeah, not unsurprising that it also got warm in the small room. So yeah, there is that. But all in all, I would recommend the hotel. And this was the view from our room, which was quite lovely. Also, the window opened all the way, well, the top bit, which was great. So you could get in lots of fresh air. And this was a few of the displays in our hotel room, which I would recommend visiting, even if you're not staying there, just to see them, because they've got all these displays from World War I stuff all throughout. And the lighting is so much better than in Flanders Field, especially if you want to study details of the outfits and the uniforms that soldiers and nurses wore, and the insignia and stuff. This is definitely a good place to visit. I'm in love with that nurse's cape, and I think I'm going to see if I can find a pattern to reproduce a cape like this as an actual coat for me to wear in brown, because it's very, very pretty, and I think I would get a lot of wear out of it. I really enjoyed this display. This was in the lobby when you go towards the toilets and the elevators and the ground floor rooms and the stairs, so in that direction. So yeah, I'm sure that if you ask them if you can come look at the stuff, they'll let you. You can also just go and have a drink at the bar and stuff. This was at an Ypres museum. It was a projection on, and you could have these little things and a glass stained window, obviously, which was very impressive. This was one of the museum rooms. I think that giant puppet you saw for a little bit is part of their tri-annual Kattenstoet, the cat parade, which I do want to see in 3 years' time, because I missed this year's. And there's Bert. And this was it was from their fiber, because they used to be very famous for their cloth and their fabric. And yeah, this is from wool, and you could touch that fleece, by the way, and how they used to spin and stuff. So yeah, that was pretty interesting to see, because I'm interested in spinning my own fleece as well. Probably not that way though. I'm not that good or that patient. And here is some medieval instruments. Apparently, we had bagpipes. I was surprised as well. I thought they were Scottish.
Hij slaagt erin de zuidelijke Nederlanden te heroveren. In 1583 is Ypres aan de beurt. Na een beleg van 7 maanden valt de stad. Farnese blijft landvoogd tot 1592.
So yeah, that just needed to have its original sound because that little history film was so well done. Seriously, give the people behind it all the awards because that is so good. It was funny, it was informative, it was just so well animated. Very, very A+, loved it. And yeah, it taught me a lot of stuff I did not know, so that was also good. Because I will fully admit that I didn't know a lot about Ypres bar the World War I stuff that I had learned in school, which is many moons ago. So it was interesting to see everything else. So yeah, I really did enjoy the visit, not necessarily for the medieval expo, which drew me there in the first place, but for stuff like this. I did do some knitting in the hotel, but yeah, I just knitted on my green linen capelet because it's still fairly easy to take along. It fits in one project bag, which is just a big pouch, a big makeup pouch that I got for free at Sephora. But hey, what works, works. And yeah, I didn't film any of it. We're now Saturday evening and I have changed into comfy clothes, my Scream Can t-shirt from Monsters Inc. I got it off Redbubble like years ago. And I know that was probably a weird angle, but my knee hurts because I bumped it and I don't want to get up. So yeah, I am currently knitting the last row of the third color. I can't remember the yarn brand. I will have it up on screen. But the color is called, and I hope I pronounced it correctly, Boudica's Revenge. But yeah, so this is the last row I need to finish. And then I need to start striping, alternating 2 striped rows of this one and Boudica's Revenge. And this is Maple Leaf by Wild Atlantic Yarns, my favorite indie yarn brand. And yeah, this might be my final color. I don't know yet. Normally a Garter Abyss should be way longer, but I worry that it will be on me because I am shorter than Stephen West and it's enormous on him. So I'm worried that it would be too big on me and too heavy because I have ehlers loss and I have a lot of joint issues in my neck, my shoulders. So I think I might just quit after that one. Yeah, so that's probably what I'm going to do. And I'm just gonna sit and comfy knit. And that seems like a really good plan. Yeah, and as you saw, I went to the fashion museum with my good friend Claire in Antwerp earlier today, which is also the reason why I'm now a potato, because now I just want to pace and chill, but I had a really, really, really awesome time. So, third museum this week. My Garter Abyss has officially outgrown the Project 10, so now it and its little row counter, this is his Clover one, are living in my other knitting bag, which is an old doctor's bag that my friend Valentin's dad kindly gifted me. It's his old one. He's an actual doctor. And yeah, it's super roomy, so it holds big, big projects. I can actually fit my Project 10 in here with room to spare. And I have done that in the past. But yeah, so that's cool. And now it is Sunday. And I've set this all up for the intro, so I might as well just continue filming on this setup. I am boiled though, it is so warm. So Marie if you are watching this at this point, avert thine eyes, because otherwise your birthday present will be spoiled. So for final day of the week, I'm going to finish my friend Marie's birthday present. Now I have made the entire first part in its entirety. This is a cute budgie. It has no legs at this point, but we will get to that. The face is embroidered with embroidery thread I had laying about. His head is a bit like, you know, like birds going like this, looking at you like happily and curiously. So yeah, this is all on purpose. But yeah, I think this is a combination of Suster in Grene and DMC embroidery thread. I'm not entirely sure. Now, the body is Schepjes Color Crafter. I did forget the name. It's the baby blue. The wings did not come included in the pattern. And I kind of get why, because I tried to knit them myself and I did succeed in making like a wing shape, but then I tried attaching it and it just like kind of disappeared into the bird's body. So I understand why the pattern creator just omitted wings, but I wanted it to have wings. So I bought some blue felt and just embroidered like a little wing pattern to also bring back like the black in the eyes again. So yeah, I just made wings that way. I think it looks all right though. I do have more yarn at the ready to knit more budgies. So that's going to be something for next week, because what I want to do this week, and we're going to move over to my messy desk and attempt doing it. My plan is to get a bamboo ring. I bought a bunch and they finally arrived this week, and then just sew him on so it looks like his little feet are clamping onto, well, holding onto the ring, and glue a bunch of fake flowers and make it like tiki room. So that is my plan, because my friend Marie is super into Disney and she loves the tiki room nearly as much as the Haunted Mansion. But yeah, should I have knit a ghost budgie? Huh. Well, you know, Halloween is coming up sooner rather than later anyway, so I digress. But that is my plan, and yeah, so let's dive into that. Some of these rings in that pack were too small for what I'm doing. That doesn't mean they're too small in general, because they can be like very nice small flower wreaths. So I've got my budgie. Let's see if it fits on this ring. Yeah, it does. That could actually be quite good. This is not the largest one. The largest one is this guy. And as you can see, you need quite a bit of space for that one. So I'm going to set these guys aside as well. You get 3 of each size in a pack. I can't remember what I paid for them, like 10 euros, not more. So fairly cheap. Now, all my flowers I have are either from IKEA or Primark. I do want to attach the flowers first. I'm just gonna mark down with a pencil where I want the bird to go, so I know this, and then I'm going to attach the flowers first, because I worry about getting hot glue on this poor bird and that it would be ruined, and I do not want that. So I'm going to put him aside back in my project tent where Joop cannot get at him. And yeah, then I'm going to find my glue gun. Hopefully I can set that here safely. And yeah, then we can get into it. I'll show you the flowers first though, before I do anything else. So I did want to get blue ones, but I worried that it would just be too blue and they would overpower the bird. So I got purple ones. Then I got these at Primark as well. And these tropical ones. Really like them, and these are ones I have from IKEA. So my plan is just like to cut them down, well, cut them off with my sharp scissors. Seriously, so sharp. I once cut like a whole chunk out of a finger with those opening a box. Yeah, and just glue them on with my trusty glue gun. And I really like these because they're actually wider. As you can see, they're not just very, very thin, meaning that I have more space to put the glue, because usually they're just like this thin, and yeah, it's not as easy. So I am confident in this plan, and I shall get my glue gun. So I have my ring, my flowers, well, some flowers, a leaf, and some spare glue for my glue sticks. My glue gun is undoubtedly heated up at this point, so I'm just gonna go and glue some flowers. This guy is a leftover from my friend Marie's 30th birthday party. I took this home as a souvenir, or also to craft with, because I knew it would come handy at some point. So I've laid this one down to give it some extra grip, and my plan is to just glue it in here, because it is, as you can see, not the most solid of flowers. And if I would put it anywhere there, it would just kind of like, let me put it better. It would kind of collapse, but if I glue it together in with these guys, it should have enough support to stay at least nicely. And I think it would be like a very nice little accent to have that in here. But I'm going to do it off camera, because otherwise I will horribly maim myself. And it's been so far so good. Some near misses, but my fingers are all unburned, as is my desk and it's my house. So I'm gonna attempt to keep it that way. Be right back. Huzzah! I have successfully glued this on. And I quite like how it looks, because it's like this little sentimental detail, so to speak, and it brings more purple back. But I do want to add a little bit more of these purple accents. And, you know, the bird is gonna go here, so that'll be fine. Yeah, so I'm gonna glue some more in between. Here's what we've got so far. And then the budgie will go here like this. And I'm gonna attach a ribbon here so it can be hung up. And yeah, I will show you when I'm done. I am probably not standing in the very best lighting in my house, but I finished it. Look! Look how cute it is. I did have to glue it on in the end. And then I embroidered little feetsies on there, because otherwise he wouldn't stand up. No. And then from the side, it looks like this. Or this. And from the back, although I don't think you're not going to be likely to see the back a lot. Well, depending on where Marie hangs him, I suppose. But yeah, I'm really proud how this came out. Really chuffed. So yeah, that was my final project. Another thing finished right on the cusp of June. So that was it, not only for this week, but also for this month. This was June. I hope you don't mind me jumbling in several things together. This channel is called Shenanigans in Motion, so this kind of chaos is to be expected, I suppose. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. There have been cats throughout, undoubtedly, so there won't be more cats as soon as I stop talking, which is impending. Because I'm pretty sure I've said everything I wanted to say by this point. So yeah, subscribe if you want to see more Shenanigans in Motion. Hit that notification bell so YouTube hopefully actually tells you when I've uploaded a new video. Wouldn't that be grand? And yeah, I will hopefully see you in the next one, and I hope you will all have a splendid July. Bye-bye!